what I would suggest is if you're running a small business or a bit of an entrepreneur, how much money you need and what you need to do to manage it. Just some general advice. First thing I would ask if I came into a startup is, okay, how much money do you have in the bank right now, like your bank account? Okay, so pick a number. How much can you borrow from that bank? What's your unborrowed limit? So let's say you've got an account with the bank. For argument's sake, you've got $10,000 in the bank, it's cash, but you've got a limit with the bank. You could borrow another 20,000. So like an overdraft or some kind of limit the bank's given you, but you haven't used it yet. So because you're positive 10, you don't need to go into negative. So you've actually got 10,000 in the bank. You've got a $20,000 unaccessed overdraft. Okay. Then what other sources of funding you have? Who's the owner? If it's yourself, how much more could you put in? So you've got your own private bank account or shares or things over here. How much money there would you be willing to put into the business, or could you, right, before you say no? Maybe that's another 20,000, maybe that's another 30,000 or 40,000. What about your friends, your parents, anyone else you would like to invite into the business to invest in your business? How much could you potentially get from them? Maybe another 5, 10, 15, 20. And then before you go to what I'd call making a pitch to shareholders for extra investment from other people, just how much can you easily access from your funds, right? So your situation might be, I've got 10 grand in the bank, 20 grand, I could get more from the bank. I could put in 20 grand more for myself. I could probably find some friends and family to put in another 30, 40 grand. So total, I've got 100 grand as my source of funding, as my cap maximum. You need to work that out for yourself. What is your maximum? And if it only stops at you can't ask anyone else, well, at least then my maximum is only 30 grand or something like that. Right, so the reason for finding that out first is to know your parameters. What are you working with?